morning. I've actually been up for a while, but this is the first time that I'm picking up the camera to talk to you guys. So good morning, welcome to my channel if you're new here. My name is Amelie. You guys already saw my morning this morning. I woke up at 4:30, went to the gym. Today was a full body day, so I ran 2 miles on the treadmill. Then I did like a full body HIIT workout on YouTube, and then I finished it up with a little bit of glutes. Now we're home, I'm getting ready for school. And I figured, why not multitask? And being that it is the last month of 2023, which means it is only like 15 days, I think, till 2024. Let's talk about the 10 mindset shifts that changed my life. Hopefully you can get some inspiration from these and bring them into 2024 with you. For the sake of time, I'm not gonna go over every single product that I'm using, but if you guys are curious, I have lots of makeup routines posted on my channel. So if you're looking for like an in-depth makeup routine, definitely go watch those, because this one, the whole point of it is the mindset shifts, not the makeup. The first mindset shift is consistency over perfection. For the longest time, I struggled with the all or nothing mindset, and I would focus on being perfect or following these diets where I had no sugar or being perfect with my workouts. But the flaw with this was that then if I made one little mess up, say maybe I skipped a workout or I accidentally had a little bit of sugar or something like that, it would just send me into a spiral, and I would be like, what's the point? I already messed up today. I should just give up. I should go crazy today, and then I'll get back on track tomorrow. And this stalled so much of my progress because one tiny little mistake in the long run is not gonna make any difference in your fitness journey. It's not about one workout. It's about all of the workouts that add up that's gonna give you all of the results. So by me saying, oh, well, I already messed up in this one area of my life, so I might as well just mess up in all of the other areas and just restart tomorrow, would really set me back, because even if you skip your workout, you could still hit your nutrition goals, you could still go on a walk, you can still find ways to actively better your life and just move on. So switching to this mindset of being consistent rather than being perfect really made the biggest difference for me, because rather than missing my workout, say on a Tuesday, and then being like, you know what, I already messed up this week, I might as well just start next week, I would say, it's okay, I've skipped today's workout, but what can I do today that's gonna still better my life? And then I will wake up tomorrow and hit my workout and have an amazing day. Because it is the daily actions that lead up to bigger results, consistency is more important than perfection. We are human, we're not made to be perfect, but consistency is what's gonna get you to your goals. The second mindset shift kind of ties in with consistency over perfection, and it was focusing on becoming 1% better every day. If you're focusing on being perfect and changing your entire life in one day, you are gonna feel so overwhelmed. It's gonna feel like so much to change about your life and focus on that you're just gonna give up, because it's just too much to do all at once, and the easier way out is just to not change. But if you focus on being 1% better every day, it doesn't matter what you did yesterday. It only matters what you're doing today, looking forward, and how you can be a little bit better than you were yesterday. And this focus on 1%, going back to how little things add up, if you're 1% better every single day, 1% one day, 1% the next day, eventually you're gonna be 50% better. And if you keep doing this, eventually you're gonna become a whole new person. Breaking it down into a smaller, more manageable mindset is gonna help you stay motivated in the long run, because you don't have to wake up as a whole new person. You just have to wake up and try to be 1% better than you were yesterday. This 1% better mindset really has helped me out of so many ruts, because instead of focusing on the huge picture and focusing on all of the things I feel like I have to change that are wrong in my life, it really just lets me focus on just doing one thing different than I did yesterday. Like if I'm in a fitness rut and don't feel like going to the gym, maybe I'll just go on a walk. But that was 1% better than yesterday. Say I didn't go on a walk, and I already achieved my goal of being 1% better every single day. So breaking it down into smaller habits and not focusing on becoming a whole new person overnight, but just 1% better than you did yesterday, is gonna not only mentally relieve you, but also physically relieve you and make your entire fitness journey, wellness journey, whatever journey you're on, just such a more enjoyable process. The third mindset shift is that your past doesn't need you, but your future does. Something that I've really struggled with over the years is comparing my past self to my current self, whether that be my mindset, the people in my life, how my body looked. No matter what it is, I've always really struggled with comparing my old self to my current self. And sometimes that's a good thing. Sometimes I look back and I'm like, wow, I've really grown as a person. I've made a lot of progress on my fitness journey. I'm really proud of myself. But other times, maybe times where I've been leaner, I will look back and wish that I looked like how I used to look, especially as I age and grow into a more womanly body. Looking back on my freshman self, I don't look the same. It's a totally normal human thing to look back on your past and reflect. And honestly, reflection is great, but you can't hyperfixate on it because there's nothing you can do. There's nothing that you can change about your past. You can't time travel. You have your current self and your future self. So why bother spending time in the past when your future self needs you? I used to compare my old body to my current body, like I mentioned. But then when I switched my mindset to be, why would I try to look like something that I already looked like when I can try to look even better than that? When I can try to feel even better than that? Don't get stuck in your past because your future could be so much better if you focus on it and work towards it. Your past self does not need you, but your future self does. So show up for her or him. The next thing I realized was that small changes add up to big results. If you guys can't tell, small changes is a very common topic in the mindset shifts because I used to think that I had to change my life with these massive changes. For example, if you're not a morning person, thinking that you're gonna go from waking up at 10 a.m. to 5 a.m. It's just not likely. But when you focus on making small changes to your daily life, it's gonna add up to these huge changes. Skincare routines, you don't have to adopt a huge skincare routine all at once. It's gonna be so overwhelming. Just start by maybe a cleanser and do that every day. And then maybe add in a few more things. The small steps that you add into your daily life are gonna add up to the biggest results. Because honestly, the big changes aren't always sustainable and you're not gonna see results from them if you just give up on them because they're too big for you to handle. I'm not gonna make this like a whole separate mindset shift, but kind of following in with the adding small habits, when I started focusing on adding to my life instead of removing, it was a game changer. Because when you ask yourself, what can I add to my life to make it better? You're gonna instantly start adding the things that are gonna make you a happier person. And as you add the things that you currently do that maybe don't add to your life, you're gonna run out of space for them, mentally, physically, whatever it is, and they're gonna slowly start to fall away. Because when we focus on removing things from our life, we tend to want them more. But if you just start to add things into your life and you realize the benefits that they have, you're gonna wanna keep them. And as a part of that, the maybe negative things in your life are gonna start to disappear as you run out of space for them. The easiest example for this is nutrition. Instead of focusing on removing sweets from your diet or sugar from your diet and taking it all away and restricting, focus on adding in protein, fruits, vegetables. And if you focus on adding all of those in, you're gonna run out of space in your stomach for all of the junk food that you would have maybe in past times tried to restrict or remove. So by adding more, you are getting more of the good stuff with a less restrictive mindset, and then automatically your body is removing the things that maybe won't serve you as well. So that mindset shift has really benefited me. The fifth mindset shift is alone does not have to equal lonely. If you guys have been following my channel for a while, you know that I am an avid lover, supporter of alone time. At the end of the day, the relationship that you have with yourself is truly the most important relationship because people are gonna come and go out of your life, but you can't get rid of yourself. Like, you're stuck with you. So for that reason, it is extremely important to have a good relationship with yourself and how you take care of yourself, and you should be comfortable being in your own company. That's why I've really learned this year to enjoy taking myself on solo dates, just to really practice the art of being comfortable being alone. If you're not comfortable with being alone and you're scared of being lonely, you're more likely to let bad people into your life, or maybe people that don't have the best influence on you, because you would rather have bad company than be alone. When instead, you should accept that being alone can be a good thing. It can be healing, it can be calm, it can be enjoyable. And this isn't to say that we should only be alone. It's very important to have good relationships in your life, but you should be comfortable in the relationship that you have with yourself, and you should be comfortable having the good company of yourself and being alone than forcing yourself to create bad relationships just to avoid the feeling of being lonely. I look insane right now, but that's just a reminder. Alone does not equal lonely, and you should push yourself to be comfortable with being alone, because when you are comfortable with being alone, it lets you be more picky about who you let into your life. The sixth mindset shift was memories over macros, and my fitness journey can happen anytime. Discipline is important. If you wanna make fitness results, you're gonna have to say no sometimes. You're gonna have to say no to the second slice of cake. You're gonna have to say no to going out and drinking every single night with your friends. Like, there's gonna have to be no's in life. But that being said, part of life is the yeses. It's the yes, let's go get ice cream spontaneously at 2 a.m. Yes, let's bake holiday cookies. Yes, let's order a cake and eat it all together at once. And when I adopted the memories over macros mindset, it really helped me find balance. You have your entire life to chase your fitness goals. You have your entire life to try to get abs. You have your entire life to try to grow your booty, whatever it may be. But you don't have your entire life to make memories with your loved ones. Especially during the holidays and Christmas, Thanksgiving we just had. I will never say no to a piece of pie. I will never say no to eating cookie dough with my brother. Like, you only get one opportunity to make memories. And while the point of holidays and family dinners, etc., isn't the food, food bonds us. And I personally believe in never saying no to food experiences that are gonna help me make memories with the people that I love just because of my fitness goals. So realizing the importance of memories with food really helped me find a balance, because it helped me decide when I should say no. Like, maybe if it's just random cookies being handed out at school, I'll probably say no to that. But if it's my brother asking to bake homemade cookies with me, absolutely I'm gonna say yes, and absolutely I'm gonna eat an ice cream sandwich with him after. So it's really just realizing when you should say yes and when you should maybe say no. But memories over macros. Fitness is not life, it is only a part of life, and same thing goes for nutrition. We should want to take care of our body, we should want to give it the right macros, protein, carbs, fat, but at the same time, part of life is the spontaneous ice cream runs at 2 a.m. with your friends, and I would never say no to that. All right, the next mindset shift is no food is good or bad. They all just have their different roles and purposes and serve you differently. When you label foods as good and bad, it gets more power in your head. It's gonna addict you more in a sense. I don't know why, I'm not a psychiatrist or anything, but humans love bad things. When we know we shouldn't do something, it makes us want to do it more. So when you label foods as good or bad, when you have those bad foods, you're either gonna feel guilty or you're going back to the whole all or nothing mindset, spiral mentality. You're just gonna go all in and binge on those foods. When I educated myself on macros, proteins, carbs, and fats, and learned that every food has them, every food has more of certain macros, it really helped me stop seeing food as a good food or a bad food. It's just foods with more protein, foods with more carbs, and foods with more fats. And you need carbs. Carbs are our body's optimal source of energy. We need protein. It is how we stay full and satisfied longer. It is how we build muscle. And we also need fats, because fats are really important for our body's health, intestinal health, especially as women. We need it. So when I started seeing foods for their macros more than labels, especially what society has told us is good or bad, it really helped heal my relationship with food, because instead of seeing a cookie as bad, I just saw it as a food with lots of carbs and probably a lot of fats. And I know that if I eat a cookie, that's gonna give me a lot of energy for my workout. And of course, like, being aware of calories and stuff for your fitness goals is important, and educating myself about that too really helped me reach my goals. But when I started seeing foods as what they would do for my body, it also helped me gain more control and awareness around food. I don't even want to say discipline. It was just the mindset shift of, I work out, I want to eat the foods that are going to fuel my body properly for the results I want to see, to get me stronger, and I know that the foods with more protein are going to do that for me, whereas the foods that are maybe super high in calories and oils and really processed aren't going to make me feel good. So it's not about good or bad foods, it's focusing on the foods that are going to make me feel good and the foods that are going to fuel my body the best for my goals. And that tends to not be cookies and ice cream, but when I stopped labeling foods as good or bad, it let me have a more balanced mindset with it, never feel guilty when I do decide to eat it. And it also just taught me more about nutrition and just realizing how food serves our body and the importance of it, and how it is fuel, not the enemy at all. So start seeing foods as what they can do for you rather than what's considered good or bad, and you're gonna start making better choices, because you're gonna want to eat the foods that are gonna do the most for your body, because we wanna take care of our bodies. The 8th mindset shift was, there's only one of me, so why try to be anyone else? In the beginning of my fitness journey, I used to really struggle with comparison. I would look at social media influencers, I would compare my body to them, compare my body to the girls at school. Like, I would do anything to try to look like someone else. And when I realized that if we all ate the same, drank the same, worked out the same, took the same supplements, like if we did everything the same, we would still look entirely different. So when I realized that no matter what I did, I would never look like anyone else I was comparing myself to, I realized that the only person that I can compare myself to is myself, and I should try to better myself every single day than anyone else. I don't believe in comparison ever, even to yourself. Like, ideally, in a perfect world, you don't compare yourself to anyone. Just like we talked about comparing your old body to your current body, whatever it may be. But that being said, we are human. Comparison is natural. So if you're gonna compare yourself to anyone, it should be to yourself, because at least you can look like yourself. And you should compare your current self to your future self and ask yourself, what do I want to achieve and how do I achieve it? You can't look like anyone else. You only get one of you. So why would you ever try to replicate someone else because you know you can't look like that? This also goes for personality, style, whatever it may be. Never try to be someone else because there's only one of you. We are beautifully unique. And at the end of the day, it's impossible to be someone else. As hard as you try, it can't happen. We were created individual for a reason. So truly be yourself, align with yourself, your passions, your goals, and try to be the best version of yourself, not anyone else. This next mindset shift really kind of goes in hand with the last one, and it is, you are not for everyone. Not everyone is gonna like you, and I'm pretty sure there's like a statistic that like 6% of the world is gonna hate you just naturally. Like, you can't even control it, you can't even try to be nice, like they're just not gonna like you. That might not be the right number, but I learned about that in AP Macro. But the point is that automatically not everyone is gonna like you. So embrace it and just be your true self and accept that you're not gonna be for everyone. And you wouldn't wanna be either, because you are for some other people and you're not for everyone else. So be yourself, because at the end of the day, okay, I might have gotten cut off because my camera ran out of storage. I did my hair really quick. Not sure if I like the front pieces, so I might change it. But the final mindset shift that changed my life is reminding myself that my future self will thank me and never acting out of my current emotions. When you act out of your current emotions, it is so easy to skip your workouts, fall off of your nutrition plan, not be productive, not do your homework, not study. Obviously, you're not gonna wanna do these things right now. Like, there's a reason that it is so hard to change your life and to succeed in life. But when you think about your future self and how your future self will feel, you're gonna wanna do those things. The future that you want is in your current self's hands. So think of your future self, think how you wanna feel, think how you wanna act, think how you wanna be, think about the lifestyle that you wanna create in that future, and act out of those emotions, rather than asking yourself, well, what do I feel like doing right now? Because obviously what you feel like doing right now is not what's gonna take you to the future that you want. Most likely. Some people, maybe you're special, maybe you have a lot of motivation, but I know for me personally, when final season comes around and I'm not feeling like studying, if I ask myself, what do I want to do right now? It would probably be take a nap. It's definitely not going to be studying. But when I imagine my future life getting into my dream college or whatever it may be, I know that studying will be the right choice. And this has also really changed my mindset around people and the relationships that I have, and not acting out of current emotions, because you can't control other people. You can't control what happens in your life, but you can control how you choose to react to it. And if you react to things and people based off of your current emotions, your life is gonna get real messy real quick, because people are gonna do things that annoy you. People are gonna do things that make you mad, sad, angry, whatever it may be. And if you act off of those emotions, you're probably gonna end up doing actions and saying things that you might regret later. Take a moment to think before you speak, before you act, and ask yourself, what would my future self do right now? What would my future self want me to do right now? And then you should do that thing. So really just take a second, calm yourself down before you react, and ask yourself, what's gonna better my future? What is the mature thing to do? What is the right thing to do in this moment? And how can I act to set myself up for success? Those are the 10 mindset shifts that changed my life and have truly made the biggest difference. I'm definitely going to be bringing all of those into 2024. I hope that that gave you guys some inspiration. Take what you want of these as you will, alter them to become your own. I am wishing you guys the best holiday season. Like and subscribe so that we can go into 2024 together. Also make sure that you guys are following all of my social media platforms. I have Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, LTK, pretty much any platform you can think of. I post every single day. Also feel free to DM me because I love hearing from you guys. I check my DMs every single morning when I do my cardio, so I will get back to you. And with that, I love you guys. I hope that you have an amazing week, an amazing month, an amazing rest of the year. I love you so much, and I'll see you in the next one.